Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now. ArpCast 31, December 25, 2017. It's the Monday program. You know what that means? Movie Mondays. That's right. That's right. It's Christmas Day all over the world. And we're just hitting the tail end of it here in the evening, a little before 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Well, we're not really on the coast, but you get my drift. Day of gifts, family, friends, food, I'm sure. Good cheer to all, men, women, and children. It's Christmas Day. I've broken with my rules again, my own rules. I hadn't really established them. They were informal. But sometimes I get in this groove, and it drives my daughter crazy, nuts, if not, to the point of anger. So we saw the movie review, Movie Mondays, again here on the program. No Star Wars movies. That was my rule. I broke it 2 years ago with whatever the last one we saw with, important people being killed and that sort of thing. And so no Star Wars movies save for the original three Star Wars. This whole New Hope thing, I don't know where that came from. Empire and Return of the Jedi. Or just simply Return. In my book. That was it. Those, to me, that's the Star Wars saga. I know there's been, 3 before and several after, and there's this one, The Last Jedi, which we're going to talk about tonight, but it's tough for me. So here we are. Movie Mondays, The Last Jedi. Thanks to Regal Cinemas here in K-Town, USA, Knox Vegas. We ventured out Friday. I was off on Friday, and we went to see it at the big theater. And so you know how this works out. We got features, philosophy, and the ALF, Arp's likability factor. So features. Look, I thought this movie was kind of funny. I thought there were some fun moments, and I know you're all thinking, wait, this is not a comedy. This is an action movie. This is about saving the galaxy and our souls from the dark side, right? But I thought it was funny in parts and humorous, and the original three were also very funny with the original cast: Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill. But it's a decent story. I get what's happening here. There's the struggle back and forth, and certain people are drawn back into it in order to advance the rebellion, so forth and so on. I'm not trying not to give away too many spoilers here. And so, but it's a little slow in parts, and it meanders, and for me, for whatever reason, the cinematography was just lacking. A lot of CGI, and just, again, I think very slow in the action and in the dialogue. But I thought it was funny. Good story. Spoiler alert, so close your ears. This is the last of Leia, and it appears Luke. And so that's kind of a big change. I've been out of it for so long. When I saw Return of the Jedi, in my mind, that was it. They were gone regardless, to me. And so, but they're obviously Carrie Fisher, may she rest in peace. She passed away here in 2017. So that's obviously But apparently Mark Hamill is also someone out of the program here, unless he lives on in someone's dream sequence down the road. New characters are okay. You know, Kylo Ren kind of bothers me. You know, and I'm sure there are things out on the internet sort of, you know, making fun of Kylo Ren. But he bothers me a bit as character. You know, kind of evil, but soft on the inside, or conflicted, and this back and forth. And I guess we're all like that. But yeah, kind of a strange character. Philosophy. So, particularly in the Luke Skywalker character, Mark Hamill's character, I see a lot of Vedanta, and I'm wired this way. So, for those of you that know me, sort of, you know, how do you get to the self, transcendentalism, enlightenment? What's the purpose of all this? What's the struggle? What's the human struggle? Where are our frailties? What's our purpose? What's our duty? And so, you know, here's a man that apparently given up, not going to, you know, this rebellion thing, kind of a waste of time, not my thing. And then he's back, and he's in, and he's out, and so forth and so on. So I see a lot of that there philosophically. Him being on his own at the end, very much detached, apart from. This is sort of hermit existence, seeking that higher self, that higher purpose. I thought that was kind of cool. And I thought the exit was kind of interesting. So that was the big philosophy for me. I mean, there's always that constant struggle of good versus evil that are in the Star Wars films, and you know, in every film genre, film series. There just seems to be this good versus evil. Sometimes you don't know which one's which, but certainly that is a continuing theme in this movie. So The Last Jedi. Ostensibly, you know, if things don't work out, that's Luke, as it turns out. So the Alf. Arp's likability factor. Love, like, meh. Dislike and loathe. So this was a tough one. And they've all been somewhat tough. Some have been clear-cut. Some have been surprising. You know, La La Land, just, you know, coming out of the home stretch there, just really a movie to love. I think this was weak cinematically. It felt thrown together in the editing room. It didn't come together for me. A good story, it's funny, but it didn't work for me. And so for that reason, I was at a like coming out of the movie. But having had some time to think about it, had some food, made some cheer, that sort of thing, I think it's a meh. It's just, there it is. There's my first one. First meh. So, love, like, meh. So we're in the middle here. Is it worth going to see? Is it worth going to, take the kids to continue the cycle? I think so. But in my book, it's not that great of a movie. So there it is. ArpCast number 31, Movie Mondays, here on Christmas Day 2017. The Last Jedi. Have a great week. We'll see you back on Wednesday, and we'll be doing a New Year's program next week. Take it easy. Well, kids, you know who this is. It's Arp, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.